Hello traders, Day Trader Matt here of businesswithtrading.com doing a trading strategy recap for the 19th of March, Thursday. And today was another interesting day in the markets. Today we had two trades. We were 2-0 and pulled 5.5 points out of the market. Definitely our best day so far this week. And hopefully it only gets better from here. You know, we had a nice gap down this morning to open the market. Pretty much some sideways action, and they kind of just chopped to lower the entire day, at least the morning anyway. And today, our first trade, you know, we kind of watched price right off the open. Over here, we decided to get long, and we were able to ride that up and take profits up in this region. And then we saw price turn around and just start working its way lower. It's interesting to watch. And on this move up here, we decided to get long on the move lower. We were long right here at 275. Market did come down, came back up, and we were able to take profits up in this region. And then price just turned over and fell. It was interesting to see. You know, we were looking at this as a possible reversal point at first, and then the more it moved, the uglier it looked, the more it looked like it did want to move lower, and that's exactly what happened. So, you know, it is what it is. We ended up with 5.5 points. You know, we'll be able to come into tomorrow, which is Friday, and, you know, see what we can do from there. Now, I wanted to highlight a trade that we actually got stopped out of yesterday in our future swing trade group. I think it's pretty interesting, and it's one of those trades that really just make your P&L. It's the Japanese yen. You know, we got short right over here in October of last year. Right up in here, got short. We were risking less than $800, and the market just rolled over, and it was very nice. We took our first profit down here. You know, and then price just chopped around. Chop, 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 chop. Then it did start to come lower, and then we got hit right here yesterday at FOMC. Probably should have highlighted the trade yesterday, but we had another trade to highlight, talk about. You know, this market, and I look at this as, you know, in the swing trade group, and most all of my trading, I like to take two halves. So I look at it as, you know, one contract on one half and one contract on the other half. So I'm looking at this when I give you numbers of two contracts. So when I say risking less than $800, I mean two contracts. Now this move really makes your P&L, because this move was over 15,000 and this was a little under. Altogether comes out to $29,387.50. You know, not a bad move from October of last year, and this is March when we got out over here. So not too bad, but it really does build your P&L. You know, this month started out erratic in the swing trade group, and we battled back. You know, we're up in our P&L by thousands of dollars, and now this trade we get stopped out on, and we can book it. You know, it's one of those trades that can really just build up on itself and create a snowball effect in your account. You know, earlier this year, we closed out our dollar long position. You know, we closed out a euro short a few days before Christmas last year. You know, and that had been building. I don't have the stats in front of me, but you know, it was really nice. You know, in trades like that, you know, that's what we've been trying to get in lately. When we shorted the dollar the night before FOMC, unfortunately, we did get taken out. At least we made some profit. You know, but we did get taken out, so we weren't able to get in it. I do fill another trade setting up shortly, and you know, it can really look good. But what I talk about every single day almost is, having to be patient, waiting on your trades. As traders, as retail traders, we don't have to be in the market all the time. We don't have a set, you have to do this, you have to do that. We don't have anybody looking at us and seeing what we're doing. We basically have to fill all of the hats, and that's advantage and a disadvantage. We can make it an advantage, and it'll totally be an advantage. But a lot of new traders come in, and it's more of a disadvantage. It's because they don't realize how to make it work for themselves. A lot of the trading material out there is kind of catered to sell products and just sell stuff, sell stuff, sell stuff, which is basically what our entire economy is based upon. But when you're educating, when you're in the education business, it's not all about money. You don't go into the education business for money. Usually you already have money and then you go into it. At least that's what you're supposed to do. I come from, parents who were both teachers. They had friends who were teachers. I have other teachers in the family. And being able to experience that and, see what kind of a difference they do. I've seen teachers who weren't very good at what they did. Unfortunately, I had some of them in school, but, it is what it is. But I've seen really good teachers as well. And it really does make a difference, I think. But anyway, I wanted to point out today's video because it is patience that pays. The way we got in the yen trade was patience. You have to wait on your trade. You have to wait for it to come into your entry area, and you have to take it. You got to see the trade, you got to take the trade. And then once you take it, you have to manage it. That's one thing I talk about so much in the course and when I teach other traders is the ability to actually do that. Because it's a lot easier said than done. When I was a kid, my dad took me hunting, and he took me deer hunting. And, I was a kid, which like any kid, I like to do stuff. I was big into sports, so basketball, baseball. In the neighborhood, we would play with the tennis balls so we wouldn't break any windows, which is logical, but we were still kids, and we played sports every single day. We were outside playing. I had a basketball hoop in my driveway, and I would, play basketball every day. We had a lot of neighborhood kids my age, and we set up a league. We'd play football during football season, basketball during basketball season. We went out and got trophies, so we could actually have a champion in each different division. We had age group divisions, which seems pretty advanced for being kids, but we watched sports all the time, so we knew exactly what to do. We just modeled what they did, and it was so much fun. But deer hunting is something that requires patience. If you've ever hunted before, it requires a lot of patience. And basically what we did is you would go and you'd find a little place to set, and you'd sit there and wait for a deer to come out. It's the most boring shit I've ever done. But it was actually pretty cool as far as like relating it to trading. So what we did, we were sitting there waiting for deer. It was so boring. My friend and I decided, we see squirrels' nest everywhere. Let's just go shoot squirrels' nest and see if a squirrel falls out. It's probably a horrible idea, but we were kids. Like maybe I was 13, if that. Yeah, something around there. I was around 13. So it's something a 13-year-old would do, I would think. At least that's what I did. So anyway, that's what we did. And my dad's like, what in the world are you guys doing? He was aggravated. But he was a hunter. He'd go hunting. He had a group that he hunted with for the most part. And he wanted to share that with me. We would bird hunt together because that's a little bit more active. And then we would, go skeet shooting and go to the shooting range and stuff like that. So we were able to do that, but I just never shared his passion of deer hunting. But the same concept is true in trading. So I've didn't have that skill of waiting when I was younger, but I developed it. And now with trading, that's basically what you do. You sit and you wait, and then when your trade comes out, you have to take it. You know, and that's what I really wanted to talk about is being able to be patient and wait for your trade. And don't say, I think I might miss this trade, so I'm going to front run it. Therefore, your stop has to be larger. Therefore, your reward to risk will be smaller. That's what a lot of traders do. Or maybe they take the entry and then they're like, oh no, it might come back. Let me get out. Let me take profit. Because I've heard that you can never go wrong taking a profit, which is complete bullshit. So they do that. And worst of all, some people front run the order, giving them a larger stop, hurting their reward to risk, and then they take the profit early because they think it's going to roll back. And that's what really, really kills a P&L statement. Because on those stop outs that you actually do get, because the reward's so small that you're taking, it just annihilates you. And that's really why being patient is so important. And that's why I have coaching programs and trading courses with coaching built in. And that's why I'm doing the March Madness promotions, is because I think it's important. And I say, hey, during the month of March, let's get as many people who want to learn this as I can. And we'll see what happens. Because I'm confident in my abilities. I know that I know how to trade. And I know that if I'm coaching somebody, there's a very, very good chance that they will learn how to trade. If someone takes a trading course, I can talk until I'm blue in the face, but I'm not one-on-one with them. I can't really say you have a 90+% chance. I can say if you follow everything that I talk about and really do what I say, yes, you will have those odds. But it's just one of those things. If you don't make the decision that I am going to do this, there's no I want to do this or I think I can do this. No, there's none of that. There's I am going to do this. That's all it is. When Michael Jordan decided he was going to improve his shooting, he made it happen. He played in a game. He didn't shoot very many 3-point shots at that time. At this time, he's been in the league for 8 years or so. Well, he's playing against a great 3-point shooter. He has records for 3-point shooting. So what Michael Jordan did is he went out and shot 3-pointers until he just couldn't shoot anymore. And that's really the dedication that it takes. Well, when the game came around, he actually got the record for the most 3-point shots. He just fired, just shooting 3-point shots. Everybody was like flabbergasted because he wasn't a real 3-point threat. Like, he was good, he could shoot, but he just didn't shoot that much because that wasn't his thing. His thing was driving in the lane, dunking, shooting field goals. That's what his thing was. And that's what trading is all about. It's about improving your game every day. It's about taking those trades. It's about having the patience to wait on trades to set up and then take them. So anyway, hopefully what I talked about made some sense to you. You can always leave comments below. I want you to feel free to leave comments. Any questions? There's no such thing as a dumb question. So if you have a question, ask. I was once a new trader and probably knew less than most of you guys listening to this video. I started in a time where, technical analysis was considered like witchcraft. It was just something that people didn't do. You didn't talk about. Everybody talked about fundamentals and this and that, and no one really talked about technicals at all. I remember talking to some people and they were like, what? And companies literally had traders who traded only on fundamentals. which sounds very ludicrous, but they traded solely on fundamentals. I actually talked to some people like that. They traded only on fundamentals, and it's just mind-boggling. Like, I don't know how you could do that. Like, even my uncle who introduced me to trading, they were focused mostly on fundamental data from companies, like their earnings growth and stuff like that. But when it came down to actually buy it, they were very meticulous. They used technical data combined with value. They were very meticulous and they did a good job. But this one particular person I'm thinking about right now traded only on fundamentals, and it seems scary to me. Um, this person ended up. I don't know what happened. I know that they got released from the company. The company made major changes, but it was something that was just mind-boggling to me. So anyway, I wanted to share that last story. So if you have questions, don't hesitate. Leave them below the video. You can email me, support@abusinesswithtrading.com. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you back here in the markets. Thank you.